So what question are we answering?
I don't know.
Do the woman one.
The woman one.
Excuse me.
I want men to have to think about what it's like to be a woman, a whammon.
A women.
A women.
Just as much as I had to think about gender in general.
Yeah.
Are we answering that one? We can do it.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Okay, well, hard to have a specific moment. I think, though, where it was most clear, you understand the idea of phantom limb syndrome?
Yes.
Have you ever woken up in the morning and just felt like phantom boob syndrome?
Are you dysmorphic, Johnny?
What?
You're just sitting there and you're like, man, I feel like I have boobs right now. And then you touch and you're like, no, I don't.
I've never experienced that, but I think you might have body dysmorphia.
Yeah, that's
never
dysmorphia.
happened.
My friend.
Yeah, there was definitely that time in my life where I was like, I have a lot of feminine qualities here, and I have boob dysmorphia. Huh.
Interesting.
Neat.
I have it with wings for some reason. I think like my desire to have wings, I've always had like phantom wings where I can imagine wings on my back. Really cool. I wish they were real.
Oh, I feel like my fingers are supposed to be claws sometimes. Is that something?
Wow.
That's really cool.
I love
Okay.
It's like that meme. It's like that meme. It's like, I love characters with wings and claws. My favorite gender.
No.
I mean, yes.
To be clear.
Yeah.
I do not associate wings with gender.
Yeah.
Who's next? Gender?
I'm afraid to go.
Same.
Someone else
I'm
go.
actually thinking really hard about this, so somebody else go before me.
Right. I have a lot of answers to give for this, but I think I'm going to stick with that one.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
If our episodes were named for the cold opens instead of the episode of Teen Titans, this one should be called Phantom Boob Syndrome.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing thus far has been that so far, one episode's plot structure has been changed significantly enough for me to feel justified in changing the title for it. And that was episode 2, which instead of being called Divide and Conquer was just Conquer, because you guys never split up.
Fair.
Divide
Never
and
split
murder.
up with Cyborg.
Unite and murder. You call it unite and murder.
We definitely conquered. Ryan, when was the last time you felt like a woman?
Gosh, don't call me out like that, bro.
You're the only one that hasn't spoken.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of what to answer this question with.
I'm going last because I still don't know.
If you need more time, I can go because I think I have an answer.
Yes, Krista, you go.
I'm going last. I've already decided.
The women will speak. Okay. It sounds really cliche, but I am planning a wedding, and so anytime I'm doing some type of like detail-oriented type, like designing like the pretty flowers and like working with my mom on that, it feels very like womanly, but to get even more adorable and cliche about it, when I tried on my wedding dress, I got really, really emotional and started crying.
Yes.
It's very pretty, and I'm excited, and I felt like a woman, and I felt, beautiful, and I was like, I'm not one of those women who like have been planning their like wedding on Pinterest for years. Like I didn't think of it like a lot of the time, and like I know some people are like I have the exact ring and the exact thing I want picked out, but like I'm like, this is I'm really excited to get married, and this is like So beautiful.
I'm so gonna cry at
Yes.
the wedding, and I never
Dude,
thought I
I'm
would
gonna
be that
fucking
person.
bawl.
I'm gonna cry at this fucking wedding, dude.
We are gonna have
Good.
a cry off.
Get ready for some tears soon as well, because we just sent the invitations.
Oh yeah, are you guys all
Aw.
gonna be at the wedding? Am I gonna actually get to meet everybody finally?
We need to take a group
Yeah.
photo.
There's
Oh
a
my
good
god,
chance.
group photo of
Bro.
Teen Titans roll.
Yep. That's
We'll
gonna be
Are we
definitely
crazy.
dressing up
do
for
a
it?
photo shoot.
Oh, how exciting!
Are we dressing
we-
up for this? Because I have to.
Well, I mean,
It's a
you're gonna-
wedding.
It's a wedding.
It's a wedding, so you have to dress
Yeah.
up. But
Yes, Johnny, I
We're
am
not-
dressing as Starfire for my wedding.
yes, yes, please.
Really? That's awesome.
And Chris is going to dress like Beast Boy. Her wedding dress is actually all green.
Oh
Dude,
yeah.
we can get a meme of Starfire marrying Beast Boy. I will keep it forever.
The
As always,
weirdest
crack
ship,
ship.
honestly.
Honestly,
Yeah, crack
Honestly.
ship.
crack ship. Not really my ship, but all right.
Kind of nobody's ship.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody, like, there's probably like one person who's like extremely devoted to that ship,
There's always.
and everyone else is just like, no, you're not part of the fandom, go away.
He's 50 and he lives in the woods.
Oh, shit.
Proper.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So Joey, when did you feel like a woman last?
There is fan art. Of course there is.
Oh shit. Okay, what the heck? Messaging. Oh god. So I don't know if there's a time, like, kind of like Johnny said. I mean, I wouldn't feel anything, but I would think a lot about, like, I would just wonder a lot, like, what is that like? Like, what is the physical experience like of being the other gender? I don't know what that is like, but I don't really have a moment per se, but I do think that, like, the feminine aspect of my personality is very important to me. So, like, for instance, I'm not one of those people who's like, mastic toxicity. Wow.
Toxic
I'm having a
masculinity,
stroke.
my friend.
Toxic masculinity. Yes. I don't go like super crazy with that. Like, I like my masculinity as well. I understand how people can just be bad representations of the worst that their uniqueness has to offer, but I also appreciate the ways in which everyone's unique aspects have good things to offer. And, you know, so it really just manifests for me more in, like, the cutesy things that I like, or like me being like really into like magical girl shows, and those are created for a certain demographic, and I'm just like, no, they're for me. and stuff like that. And I've really liked learning more about psychology recently, and personality, and how while there are kind of gender differences in personality, they're less than people would think. They're more than some people would think. They're a lot less than other people would think. And I think it's a very valuable aspect of every man's personality to be in touch with their feminine side. So yeah, guys.
That wasn't a moment though. That was a speech.
I know. I don't really have like
As a DM,
moment.
it makes sense.
So I kind of always had a theory, but then I realized that it might just be me. That part of man's obsession with women is jealousy. Like, we wish we could be that pretty, or we wish we could be just like certain aspects that we can't. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
Okay.
And then silence right afterwards. Like,
Silence. I was silent because I was trying to think about man envy, or like
there's
the
not.
Penis
same
envy?
concept, but the opposite. penis.
I have.
That's what it is.
I have role played some pretty kooky female characters
Did you
in
feel
my time
womanly?
as well, I felt something that was not manly. Yeah, I mean, of course, in another game I played a pixie barbarian, and she was just insane.
She was
And
wonderful.
then I've also played like a sexy four-armed moth in another game who's like a millionaire.
What?
All
And
right.
I was and my character got married. So maybe that was the moment when I felt like a woman. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so here's
Someone else.
mine. I've thought about it a lot, and there's a lot of them, to be real. Like, but I want to hone in on a moment and paint a picture. Of course, I could throw out the fact that I do in fact watch Start Every Day by watching Cardcaptor Sakura.
Well, that'll do it.
Oh, that's great.
But Joey already took the magical
Kind of
girl
really
thing.
adorable.
But besides that, I think that the last distinct moment that I had that sticks out to me. So I went along with Krista and with her parents to talk to one of the potential caterers or cake makers. What's a cake maker? Is that what it's called? A caker? A baker?
A caker.
A caker.
Caker baker.
Wedding
A cake boss.
Cake ball.
The cake boss.
And so she was talking at us, and I'm sure she was very good at what she did, but she seemed to have some very exclusionary concepts of what of how one should make a cake and what cakes should be allowed and what one should do with cakes. And at one point she specifically said, so just whatever, just don't look at Pinterest. So I immediately opened Pinterest and started looking at it on my phone. I don't care. Like I just started scrolling through it, looking at as many cool cakes as I possibly could on Pinterest, like right there in the office. And I don't know why. Like it's really hard to explain why exactly, but sometimes I feel that feminine energy in those moments of just like those moments of intense chaos for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Women
fair.
are chaos for you.
Well, no, just like zooming out. If I had zoomed out on myself at that point, like my mental picture of myself would have been very feminine, and that's all I can really say.
Paul, we all know you sometimes embody a sassy female.
Most of the time, but that's beside the point. It was hard to pick out a single moment.
Beautiful.
Indeed. So, Ryan.
The last time that I felt like a woman, I feel like women are like more in touch with their emotions than guys are most of the time, and are in that way are more affected by different things like emotional situations, like movies, maybe chick flicks. The last time I remember my parents and my sister, and I was like sitting there watching just because I was there, was watching an episode of the show where the daughter had been given up by the mother because she was like an alcoholic and stuff like that, and the mom didn't think that she wanted her to like be in her life anymore when she was older, and they like kind of reconciled at the end of the episode, and I just like started tearing up because I kind of felt the emotion of the episode. And I kind of feel like I get in touch with a more feminine side when I'm like open to feeling those emotions during shows and stuff. I mean, it gets me a lot, especially in like anime stuff like that. I'll be completely honest. But yeah, I guess that's where I'm going with that one.
Very good.
Cool.
Also, right now.
I mean, Krista talking about her wedding dress got me a little bit, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sure, then.
Which I'm not allowed to see for some reason.
I hate that it's such a generic thing that it's related to, like, womanly like romance, like womanliness doesn't need to involve romance in a guy.
Yeah, no, I was like, oh man, I don't want our answers to have to be like all like so like stereotypical and stuff. But
Yeah.
here we are, a subsection of humans.
I mean, I can't help it that was like literally like.
Oh no, yours was perfect.
It was cute though.
Aw.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen,
So Charlie,
like,
are you a blob or a woman?
I mean, I'm still a blob, and I'm still sitting here trying to figure out what it means to be a woman, much like I tried to figure out what it means to be a man.
I hope that our answers confused you a lot, if nothing else.
It honestly, yes. I'm like, so being a woman is thinking you have boobs, but also being impressed.
Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I feel like I should have a penis.
Make no mistake.
I'll wake
I
up
had
in the
dreams where I've
morning
had a
and
penis, but I don't feel like a man in those dreams. I feel like a woman with a penis.
Yeah.
So,
Futa.
Make no mistake. We're not defining the female by those things, but they are some of the times it was just very obvious to us.
oh yeah, I get it 100%.
Physicalness is more blunt and obvious than the more subtle emotions and things.
I feel like even though I like look like a woman and was born a woman, I don't feel like a woman most of the time. A good example would be when I was literally planning the bridal shower, which is like the most feminine party you could possibly plan. And I felt really out of place.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've been to another person's bridal shower and I was like, everything's so pink and everyone is acting so cliche woman, like, oh my god, this dress. I'm just like,
yeah.
Yours was definitely not as bad. It wasn't super feminine-y. I just felt like I wasn't acting
it
feminine.
Was very
enough
BB and I loved it.
Yeah.
No, Darian, I remember there was this moment where we walked past each other and I was going down in the basement where the men were and you were sitting up there like drinking tea, and we were just like, we just had this psychic moment where we were like, what's happening here? This is so
like great places to be.
Wow. I definitely have those moments with guys sometimes. Like every once in a while I'll just be like so unvibing with whatever dudes are doing. I'm just like,
same.
I'm just like,
you do watch the game.
I'm like, oh god, if you mention football, I'll kill you, and then maybe I'll feel manly.
I don't understand sports, but what I do understand are Pokemon Unite tournaments, which are basically sports.
Yeah.
I've been watching them as if they were sports. Anyway, I don't know. I guess like the best example I could give, and it's super vague because I can't think of a recent one, but just like any time where I went up to a girl and I was just like, girl, you don't deserve him. He doesn't deserve you. Like, you're so much better than this. Any time where I did that with another girl.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So I guess
the funny thing is, well, I was just gonna say the funny thing is I think that was your same answer for when you felt like a man.
No, because there's a difference. There's protective, where I like physically want to protect somebody versus like I'm empowering somebody else. When I start using the word girl a lot in a sentence.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I know the mode you're talking about. I've seen it.
Or anytime that I like want to gossip, I guess with my coworkers, which is very rarely, but when I'm just like, ooh, what happened there? Like, what did she do? You know?
See, I pretend to be a man when my coworkers gossip. I sit there in a leather jacket and I drink coffee and I nod along to things while they talk at me.
Very good. Whereas I want to know what happened, and then once I know, it just kind of goes to the back of my mind for the rest of the day, and I forget about it. Whereas I feel like most women like think about it all day.
Yeah.
But yeah,
this was fun. This experiment with gender.
Well, yeah, it's very interesting. It's very risky, and I hope we never do this again.
Women empower other women. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Men, be protective of everybody. It's good for you.
Yeah.
And good for them.
It's good for you. That's a song. Hot Kool-Aid.
And don't forget to hug, even if you're a man. It's okay. You're not.
Yes.
I like a good old hug.
Emotional and
Men
affectionate.
need
women
hugs too.
And you can
you
fart and
say.
shit even if you're a woman, and you can punch people in the face, and you can
That's what you
watch
say.
football.
Every time I've showed emotion to a woman, it's gone badly for me.
Oh no.
Oh,
Women, do not be afraid to commit acts of harm. Don't be afraid to hurt people.
Be strong.
Oh, God.
Like men.
Maybe don't commit crimes, but
Yeah, please. I am not endorsing any crimes
Oh, I am.
on this podcast. Oh, okay, no.
Commit harm.
legally, you could sue Paul.
Right?
His address is.
Yeah, what is it, Ryan? What is it, huh?
I'll know in the second one. I get your save the date.
Oh
No, you'll know my
Frickin'
parents'
docs.
address.
no. All right.
Hey,
We'll be
guess
able to
guess
find
what,
it.
girls? Guess who just got uninvited to the wedding?
No.
Oh,
I will crash
ooh.
so hard at that wedding if you uninvite me, Paul. You know this.
Good. I would have it no other way.
Okay, so with that question, I think it's time we get started with this episode of Teen Titans Roll. Johnny, shut up. Okay.
You barely
You-
said anything.
You will have the opportunity to do many things in a moment. So now,
Okay.
okay, we're going to start the podcast.
I'm
We're
muting
going to start the
myself.
podcast. Okay, so opening scene. It's been a stressful few weeks since recent events, but finally, the Titans, you are settling down for a much-needed day of R&R. The scene opens at the local park in Jump City, where on Cyborg,
Yes.
you are grilling. You have some things of Beast Boys that you're grilling, some tofu dogs, but you're also grilling something for yourself. What are you grilling for yourself?
Oh, baby lamb.
No.
Isn't that what lamb is?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
okay.
doubling down on the lamb.
All right. Fine. You're cooking lamb chops. Awesome. Your lamb chops are finally looking ready.
Awesome. I've been kind of testing out one of my new mods for my suit. I think I call my new suit 2.0, and it also happens to have a heat ray on it that I'm using.
Cool.
This also means I got access to second level spells. That's what it really means.
Are you using the heat ray to cook your lamb?
Yes. But not in a way that costs me my spell.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so, yeah, so your lamb chops are ready, and the tofu dogs are also ready, and everyone else is kind of gathered around. Starfire and Robin are sitting at the blanket. Beast Boy's run off somewhere in the woods, but it's probably not too far away.
I
And
kept
Raven...
handing him earlier when he was cooking a bunch of Brussels sprouts and having him grill up Brussels sprouts for everybody.
Ah, very good, very good. And even Raven has found a pleasant shaded tree to meditate under. So yeah, your food is ready. Interact, damn it.
All right.
Smells great, Cyborg.
Everybody ready for the boo yum yum?
The food is not done yet? What have I been eating?
No, it's ready. That was just an explanation. Eat up! Eat.
Wait, was she eating something before the food was ready?
Yeah, Starfire, what were you eating?
The ketchup, relish, and mustard are all empty.
No.
No.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I, by the way,
guys...
am a dog, and I am trying to catch other people's frisbees in the park.
I throw her a lamb. I throw a lamb sausage in Beast Boy's general direction and see if he catches it.
I do not.
Can you sense in midair whether it's vegan or not?
I mean, he could probably smell it.
I can smell it.
Oh
Yeah.
right. I look sheepish and then throw a tofu sausage in the general direction.
I catch it. Do I need to roll for it?
Nah, you catch it. Dogs are good at that. Well, sometimes they act stupid and it hits them in the face.
Their face.
So, I mean, yeah, you could roll Dex as a dog if you want to.
Okay. What is a dog's dex?
I don't know. Get your cards.
D&D dog.
Let's just go with plus
Where are my
one.
cards? Dog. Couldn't find the dog. Where's the dog card? These cards are so helpful.
The dog.
Crab, a cat, a bat, badger. The mastiff.
Look for
There
mastiff.
we go.
I see mastiff.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty
there's
much the
plus
dog that
two.
they have.
Gotcha. Oh no.
Oh no. The dog definitely does one of those derp dog things where the sausage bounces off of its face and it's like ah, and you fall
Like
over
biting
on your
the
back.
air.
Yeah, biting at the air. Yeah. So, you guys enjoy your food. And Cyborg, you did bring a football with you. You could start a game if you are so inclined.
I am very inclined. All right, I rip off my apron. It's game time, and I look towards Robin and I prepare to throw it at him. Go wide.
I'll sprint out 40 feet and get ready to catch it as I go out.
All right. Yeah. I think that this. You chuck the ball.
Yeah.
To catch the ball, Robin, just give me an acrobatics check. Oh, did you roll something, Cyborg, to throw it?
Just forget I did that, but it's still
Okay.
past 15.
Yeah. You're fine. You'd also have proficiency in football, so it's whatever.
21.
21. Nice. You snatch it out of the air, catching his throw. So you guys just playing catch, or do you want to start an actual game?
Oh
Start a game.
Yeah, I think I'm back human. I want to try.
Cool. You do the thing in the episode where everyone goes, "Yeah, football, yeah," at the same time, and Beast Boy goes, "Oh yeah, give me the ball."
Do we do that?
Starfire will be on my team.
Yeah,
I grin.
who? Yeah. So, I guess the ultimate question is, Raven, are you at all interested in this?
I feel like if at any point it goes my way, I just use telekinesis and just send it away without even looking up. But other than that, no.
Raven, do you not wish to participate in the tossing of the pig with skin?
I'm good.
Come on, Raven, it'll be fun.
You guys could do 2v2 and Raven refs.
Raven
Raven-
suddenly just like has like a referee outfit on.
All right,
Years of
Raven,
avoiding
you're the
Jen.
ref.
She's got a blank stare, but she's ready.
All right, so it's gonna be me and Beast Boy versus Robin and Starfire.
All right,
That
he's
is
side.
Wow, that is literally what happens in the episode.
Wait, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
lean
No,
in-
it's good. Let's do
I
it.
didn't remember, but that's great.
I lean into Robin conspiratorially, and I'm like, "Is this the same pig whose flesh we ate earlier?"
No, this is the different pig.
Oh, okay. 2 pigs dead.
It's well, see the listen, no, the football's made of leather, not actually pigskin. They call it pigskin, but it's actually leather. So
See.
it's more of a cow dead, I guess. Then a pig and a cow, if that makes it better.
Which did we eat?
Oh no, we ate a lamb.
Then why did the pig have to die?
See, well, technically, none of the. Listen, we'll go through this when we get back to the tower, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go long. You just gun it to the end zone to me.
Yes, I will gun it.
Oh, wait. What? So what are the teams then?
It's
It's,
me and Cyborg versus
Okay. Yeah.
Robin and
versus
Starfire.
Robin and
Robin
Starfire.
Starfire.
No. Actually, that was not the team in the show.
Okay, I was
Cyborg and
thinking.
Robin. Yeah. So who's quarterbacking?
Starfire.
Starfire. Okay. All right. So Starfire. You and it's you and Robin on a
Mhm.
team.
Yeah.
So Robin would get down. He'd kneel in front. And are you explaining any of these rules to Starfire?
Yeah. Tell me what you tell me.
So we're playing the rules. You know, Beast Boys or whoever's gardener is going to be counting to 10.
Okay.
So-
Beast Boy's counting. The Beast Boy will count to 10.
So in 10 seconds, he's going to come at you. Before that 10 seconds, you got to throw it to me all the way down there. See where we set up those cones?
Yes, over the there by the spikes.
Well, not spikes. What?
The orange spikes.
Oh yes, the orange spikes. So you got to throw it down there, and I'm going to catch it.
And then we win?
Well, this round, and then we let them go. I'll explain that part when we get there.
Excellent. I shall fire it like a gun.
Just make sure it drops between those 2 cones.
I will shoot you with a gun between the spikes.
Well, preferably not shooting me. If like lob like up and kind of an arc. Preferably
When is the gun?
that. So you throw it like this.
Okay.
Show her a toss, and see how it's more of an arc. So
Yes.
when someone says gun it just means throw it really far. But try and aim between the cones.
I'm completely distracted by his eyes while he's explaining this to me.
His
So you
back.
understand, Starfire? You understand?
Yes, completely.
His blank white masked eyes.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
I can see through them. Listen. That's what love is like.
Love is X-ray vision.
okay, ready? I'm going to pass it to you. Okay.
Wait, I thought I was the quarterback.
Yes, so he starts in front of you with the ball, and then he throws it back
Oh
to
right,
you. That's
yeah,
how quarterback.
I know how football's played. That's right.
Super
we know
Bowl
how to-
is like next week.
Trying to get in on that good Super Bowl publicity and money by having a long section of poorly explaining football shenanigans.
Super Bowl, sponsor us.
Oh gosh.
Okay, 36,
so
72, 6, hike! And I toss it back to Starfire, and then I just sprint out
all
towards the
right,
end zone.
so you catch it, Starfire. It's not that surprising. It's not moving that fast.
It's very slow, yeah.
And you see, so now you have Beast Boy, I believe, in front of you. He's counting down.
What are the
and
rules on animal shifting? Do I need to stay human for the games?
no such assumptions were made in the original show.
Fantastic.
So yeah, you at least probably need to stay until you finish the count.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, so Robin runs
I'm no
down the
cheat.
field. Robin is running down the field, and Cyborg is pursuing. And so, yeah.
So how far downfield is downfield?
Well, so it's like a park. So you guys are running to like the edge where I guess cones are set up in the tree line.
So I'm going to try and outpace Cyborg.
Oh no, you don't.
Okay. Who has more movement? So like, what is?
I am in my form that has 35 speed.
I have 40.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
I'm a monk.
Monks. So yeah, you are outpacing. You have a lead on Cyborg. This is not good, Cyborg.
Tackle
this
him?
is. Well, he's out of your range, unfortunately, at the moment, unless you have something you could do to boost your range. But of course, he doesn't have the ball yet, so you tackling him would be, that would be.
Yeah, that's yeah.
As a football player yourself.
Yeah. So
role playing a football player.
Yeah, so Starfire, what are you doing? He's farther down the field, kind of like how he pointed out.
I'm actually going to also spend a key point and use Step of the Wind to dash as a bonus action.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, yes. So there's a very noticeable moment, Starfire, when like just as Beast Boy reaches the end of his count and is about to do something, you see that Robin breaks and like makes huge advantage of distance off of the person guarding him.
Is he between the two spikes yet?
He's not all the way to the two spikes,
but I kind of have my hand up, like pass it to me.
Okay, yeah,
get out there.
And I also haven't really picked up on whether or not we are utilizing inhuman powers. So I do not start flying, which would be the logical thing to do. And I attempt the lob instead of the gun.
Okay.
I think that like Cyborg could be using mechanical abilities, but I don't think he would. He really does.
Yeah,
like
he probably wouldn't. Yeah. No, that's a fair call. So you're pursuing, but yeah, so you lob it. Go ahead and roll strength for me.
Okay.
I swear if you roll like a 1 on this one.
That would be hilarious. Let's see, a strength roll. Do I have... I guess I don't have proficiency here.
No, it's, just a straight strength.
28.
Yes. You lob it. You're like, oh, I'm going to lob it lightly. And you do lob it, and it is going very fast. Now, I think it is going in the proper trajectory so that, like, it will go near Robin. Like, it doesn't just fly off into the sun. You know, it is actually... And so, Robin, it is flying towards you very quickly. If you'd like to catch this...
I'm going to catch it.
Well, you know what? Actually, let's do this. I'm treating this as like an unarmed projectile. So,
can I use deflect missiles on it?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
I was hoping for that.
But So what we're gonna do, I think. So what is your deflect missiles like? What are you capable of?
So I can use my reaction to catch the missile. So it's a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced D10 plus my dex plus my monk level. If I reduce it to 0, I catch it.
So I'm just gonna add Starfire's what well, no, that's 11, so it'd be possible. Wait, plus your monk level?
Yes. So
okay, so you have to get 11 or higher to reduce it to 0.
So
for this ball.
Oh, that's
no.
Wait, hold up.
That's not good.
That's 2 plus where's my dex modifier? Please be high. Dex is 5 plus 5 is 12 altogether.
Yes.
That was so close.
You do catch the ball, and it like slams into you. It actually lifts you off your feet for a second, and then you stumble as you keep running. And Cyborg, you see him running for the end zone. You don't know what to do. You're about to he's too far ahead of you. But before you can do anything, with your hand outstretched in his direction, suddenly everything goes dark.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh no.
That's not good at all.
You ruin our football game with your narrative, I swear.
I didn't even...
I think he's doing that.
I didn't even get to use my Airbud memes.
Yeah. I'm glad I stopped that. So everyone else, you see as Cyborg is running, suddenly the lights on his circuits and on his body, they start to fade and they go a dull black, and he slows down and crashes down to the ground.
Cyborg!
So much
I drop the football and I'm sprinting to be next to him.
Yes. You guys see him and his eyes close, and the red eye that he has fades.
I want to give a little context, just because on what you guys are probably thinking. For the past couple weeks, I've been showing off this new armor thing that I've been working on. I've been climbing up walls like Emmy on Metroid, and I've been heating metal, and I've been doing all kinds of weird things. So you probably are going to be thinking that I've done something bad.
Sky, what happened to him? Did he run out of fuel? Does he need soda or batteries?
Soda or batteries?
Let me see what I can do, and I whip out my tinker tools and start trying to figure out what's wrong with him.
So his system
doesn't he run on soda?
So as you're trying to, you've kind of bolstered his magic, his magitech electrical output before to restart him. However, there's you've never seen him, Robin, in this low power of a state. As you're working on him, suddenly after a few minutes, he does start, the lights do start to light up again. It seems that a system is rebooting on its own. Cyborg, from your perspective, you see, as if looking at a screen, you see this symbol. It says backup power, and there's a timer set at 30 minutes, and it starts to go down. And you know now what this is. This is every couple of years you have to recharge. You have to spend time to dedicated time to actually spend a few hours to recharge your systems fully. You have a robust energy system, but a lot of that energy actually goes into the maintenance of your biological components. So every couple of years that actually needs to be maintenanced.
So
But
he's just full on dead basically at this point?
No, he wakes up, his eyes open, and Cyborg, you see your friends in front of you. They look worried.
Oh, hey guys. And I sit up straight. Hey, I gotta recharge. Like now.
Well, let's get you home then.
Alright, I've got 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think
Can
Suddenly, as you guys are discussing this, you guys get notifications on your communicators that there is trouble at a jewelry store in town. It's a few blocks away.
Yeah, I think I looked to Robin for his sort of approach to the situation.
Cyborg, you think you can get back on your own, or you want one of us to come with you?
I can make it, but do you think you might need me? Those people could be in trouble.
Listen, Cyborg, it's more important for you to get back and get charged. We should be able to handle this.
Yeah, dude, we'll be fine.
All
Don't
right.
worry about us. We
You
got
just take
this.
care of yourself.
God, I get worried about you guys. Things happen in this world. What if you got hurt and I wasn't there?
We'll be careful.
We will be
All
the
right.
fine.
Hey, if it looks like you're gonna get hurt, don't get hurt.
We'll try our best.
Very good advice.
All right, I'm going. I'll be back as soon as possible, but it'll probably be way past whatever's going on.
Just make sure you're okay.
All right, and I just start running off.
All right. So, and then you guys, the emergency is a few blocks away. It appears to be a break-in, based on the notification.
Okay, guys, let's try to not to go in guns blazing this time, and we'll figure out what the situation is.
We do not gun it, we lob it.
Yes. Good job, Cyber. Also, great throw. And I kind of put my hand up for a high five.
Yeah, I high five him and I beam.
Beam.
Okay.
All right. So you guys run off to the emergency. You get there. There's a jewelry store. It appears to be in the process of being broken into. There's a man in there. Looks to be a moon elf of some kind, very blue. And he turns and looks and says something like, well, it's time to go! And starts running off with a big bag.
Stop!
Can I telekinesis the bag into the air?
Oh, there you go.
With him attached to it, hopefully, is the ideal situation.
Let me...
We just solved it. We just did it, you guys. back to the cookout.
And if he's still holding on, I will hold him in the air until authorities come.
Yeah. No, he does not. So, let's...
Yeah, I pull it way up into the air.
Yeah, you pull the object away from that creature and can move it up to 30 feet in any direction.
Cool. It goes into the air. Does he let go?
Well, yeah, you do yank it out of his grasp. It's like, hey!
Darn,
like,
I was trying to take him with me.
Yeah, no, but you yank it out of his grasp. He's like, oh, that's not very nice. I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and roll some initiative.
18.
18 as well.
22.
Ooh.
Wow.
16. Oh, that's nice.
All right, so yeah, you guys have initiative on him. Actually, all of you. So first, it's Starfire. There's this strange man. He oddly has a mask that looks very similar in style to Robin's mask. Other than that, he looks like some sort of clown with a hat.
I'm transfixed on his eyes.
Blue skin.
No. So okay, so he hasn't really aggressed at this point. So
not yet.
I don't think there's any reason I would read him as a real threat. So I think I will, even though it's not super effective as we realized, I think my natural response would be a hold person.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and
you make a save.
Well, yeah. Sorry. So it's a wisdom.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely saves.
Yeah. So you reach out your hand and try to grab him, but he just resists. All right.
Praise me for doing the opposite of metagaming.
Yay. All right. Next is Robin.
Okay. I'm going to. So he's not aggressing.
Can't wait for him to blast the shit out of us after we all get a turn.
I'm going to aggress and try to get.
Okay.
I'm going to get into his range, just right up next to him, and I'm going
All
to
right.
use my attack to try and. I've been practicing the same kind of move that Slade did on me to stun me. So I'm going to attempt to hit that same nerve cluster on this guy to stun him.
All right. Very cool.
So that's going to be a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then I'm going to try stunning strike. And that's going to be a Constitution saving throw by him.
Not great. Oh, he rolls very low. So you punch him. You like punch him in the gut, and like you get the sense that even if you hadn't hit the proper place, like you'd probably just stun this dude by virtue of just punching him in his soft stomach. He's like, oh. And how much damage did you do to him?
That is a good point. It's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Okay. So.
And I'm gonna pull, like, not use my second attack, and kind of like stop and be like, "You're not going anywhere, Cat Burglar."
All right.
And I'm like, yeah, we taught you blue-handed.
There it is.
Wow. All right. Okay, so you punch him, so he is stunned. All right, so it is Raven's turn. Raven, what would you like to do? He just got stunned, and he's looking not great. He's like, oh.
Okay. I mean, I'm probably gonna because I'm still holding the loot, if you will. So I'm gonna find like a high shelf and just set it on there where he can't get to it.
Okay. Yeah. There is there's like a kind of a like a fake balcony or something above the door of the the sill of the jewelry shop, so you can place it up there, or you can move it up to the roof proper.
Yeah, I'll just put it on the little balcony, and then I'll tell one of the passerbys to call the authorities.
Okay.
That way the police are on the way, and I guess I'll just help them kind of figure out how to restrain,
Do any of us have handcuffs?
I'm not creative. I'm like looking at all my spells. I have like 15 spells, and I don't know what any of them do.
Tie him up in a carpet or something.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's no carpets around.
A welcome mat?
I was trying to think of something to restrain him with.
Yeah. He kind of ate shit just a second ago, so he's like not going to be doing anything for a hot minute.
Okay, I guess for now I just kind of try to box him in, I'll float around him.
Okay, yeah, you kind of block off another direction that he could go. All right, Beast Boy, what are you doing?
All right, how far away is he from our group? Is he like 30 feet?
Yeah, you're all within the range.
Gotcha.
You didn't get an opportunity to run away yet.
Okay, cool. I'm going to turn into a constrictor snake and slither up and try and wrap around his legs and kind of grapple him.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So you do so. So go ahead and do whatever you need to do to apply the.
Yeah, I non-lethal squeezing damage.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
I guess I
So
need to. Is he? I still need to roll the hit. I
yes.
think. So, let's see. Attack
Yeah.
plus
You
4 to hit.
you
Let's see.
yeah you do have advantage because he's incapacitated.
Okay, so
Oh, I do
Or
have
stunned.
roll twice.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, jeez. I did a nat 20 and 8 max. Jeez, Louise.
Yeah. So you would actually double your damage dice if you
Yep.
did.
So that's 20
So
non-lethal, please.
yeah.
Crushing.
Well, yeah. Just go
Crushing
ahead
damage.
and roll another d8 because that's how you should.
Oh,
do
right,
it.
right. But not plus 2, right?
Yeah, just another d8.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
I forgot which if we were doing the double or the roll twice.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Roll twice.
So that's
All right.
15.
Yeah, no, you grab him and constrain him. He's like he can already like he can't even speak at this point because he's stunned, and now there's a big snake on him.
Listen, he's robbing. We are putting him
Yeah.
under arrest.
Yeah, you okay. Well, it's his turn. So because he is incapacitated, which is part of being stunned, he cannot take actions or reactions. And because he's stunned, he can't move and can speak only falteringly. And you guys, yeah, I won't go much more into it than that. But he just kind of like, ow, gosh, you dicks.
Oh gosh, you dicks.
Yeah, and he's just like, and that's his turn
We
for the
did
first
it!
round. We'll hop back to Cyborg. Cyborg, you are you're pretty down considering you didn't get to join the team and you're walking through the park on your way back to the Titan's Tower. You should be able to make it with a few minutes to spare, so you're not too worried. As you're walking, this kid runs up. This small kid. He's wearing like a batter's cap and has a baseball and a glove, and he's like, "Cyborg, are you Cyborg?"
Yeah. Hey, kid. It's me, Cyborg. What's your name?
Oh wow, he does not have a name.
Rip.
Yeah.
Nameless.
God.
NPC! NPC!
You have broken the simulation.
Oh, no.
Congratulations!
Bobbly.
You know, I actually want to get this right if he is referred to as something in the script, which the wiki would probably say. Let me see.
Yeah, did he say his name? I don't
Titan.
His real name is Slade.
I remember this episode exists, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah. So
Just give him a generic name. His name's Bobby.
There was a kid?
yeah, no, they just refer to him as a kid. Okay. I'm gonna say his name is Kyle. That's a reference to something, but whatever.
Well, hi, Kyle.
So he's like, "Oh, I'm Kyle. Hi, Cyborg. You're like my favorite superhero because you're just like me." And he takes off his glove, his catcher's mitt, and you see that he has a prosthetic on one of his arms.
Oh, Kyle. That's great. Look, I have these prosthetics too, and You know, I've learned to not look at it as a problem. I've learned to look at it as an advantage. You, gosh, you know, I'm just so proud of you, Kyle, for living life through this. But hey, look, I can't stick around. I've really got to go. I have to power up my systems. But gosh, I'm just so proud of you. Do you live around here?
He says, my parents told me not even to tell people I admire that kind of information.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, yay, no worries.
If they're strangers. Sorry. I know you're not a stranger, but, like, you know.
Oh no, you should be very careful around strangers. Well,
We're
Kyle,
enforcing good habits on this podcast.
well, Kyle, it's been
Um,
very good meeting you, and remember, do your schoolwork and be strong.
no. Okay.
And I start moving along.
All right.
It's a very pure interaction.
You keep moving along. You get another proximity kind of like alert. The screen with your timer comes up. It's just another like it's like a location ping for the emergency going on with the rest of your team. It's pretty normal for it to go off a few times when there's an active emergency, and you're just sort of reminded of what's going on without you.
Oh, nope, can't stop. They've got it. You've got to trust them. They got it. Keep walking.
We
All
definitely
right.
got it.
All right. Hopping back to the scene.
There's no
All
irony
right.
here.
It's the top of the round. You guys are all standing around. Is there anything you guys do to him during your turns before he gets an opportunity to act?
I have some rope. I would like to tie him up.
Isn't he wrapped in a snake?
Does Robin have like handcuffs that he could cuff his hands?
Do I have handcuffs?
Does Robin have handcuffs?
Does Robin have handcuffs?
Does Robin have
I
handcuffs?
don't.
Can I pull
don't know.
Bolo out? And...
I feel like no matter what I say, Paul is gonna pull out some like lore out of his ass. Actually, he had handcuffs at this scene of this episode at this minute mark.
Nope, I'm not gonna catch
You're
you
an
on
idiot.
that. I just wanted to say, does Robin have handcuffs in a weird voice?
I don't think you currently have handcuffs though.
I need to go
yeah,
buy
you
some
do
of
have
them,
bolas. Yeah, you have bolas and stuff that you usually
then
get people with.
I'm gonna pull out a bola and like wrap up his wrists outside the snake.
All right. He has so he has in one of his hands he has a
I'm like wrapped around the legs
wand.
and torso.
Yeah, his arms are like and he's like loosely holding on to a wand in his hand. Looks like a generic like magician's wand.
I'm gonna like try and take it out of his hand while I'm trying to loop it around.
So actually, yes, you could just pull it out of his hand if you wanted to.
So I'm just gonna pluck it out of his hand and like wrap it up, and then try and like look at like what's going on with this wand that he has in his hand, or in my hand now.
Okay. Let me read arcane focuses. So basically, you have his arcane focus now. So he is sort of fucked for anything that's materially based as far as spellcasting. So he yeah, is there anything else Raven or Beast Boy that you like to do? Or Star?
I have rope. Can I tie him up?
Do you have rope?
I have the Dungeoneers pack, and I googled it, and it says I have 50 feet of rope, which I wish I knew about 4 episodes ago.
Yeah, cool. All right. Yeah, you get some rope out.
I use my telekinesis to wrap the rope around the man.
All right, he is triply fucked right now. So
What else can we wrap around him?
I tie him up if it were.
Is there anything I can
I
tie
like
him up with?
look at him with my snaky face, and I just go.
That way, Beast Boy can have a break.
Let me see.
Then I go kick him in the balls. No, I'm gonna.
Oh wow.
Then I stab him in the liver.
We just eviscerate this man.
Okay, so if you guys don't do anything till his turn, so he is stunned for how long, Robin?
Till the end of my next turn, so he should be getting out of stunned, I believe.
Oh, so yes. So by his turn, he would no longer be stunned. He looks, he sees he's all, he sees that he is very tied up, and he says, I seem to be very tied up. And he says, and he looks and sees that you have his arcane focus. He says, very smart. Thankfully, this spell only costs verbal components. And he says, Presto, fuck you! And he casts Misty Step, and he disappears out of all of the restraints. and appears 30 feet away.
That's my trick.
I just stare at that place where he was standing, and I just say, the shit biscuits.
Okay. Wow. Now I have to go through his spells and see what he can cast without material components, which he would replace normally with his arcane focus. So, this is very interesting now. So, okay. So, actually, the place he would teleport would be up onto the thing where the money bag is. And he grabs that. Let's see. So he could cast a cantrip that costs an action, assuming that thing does not cost anything bad. Yes, you can cast prepared spells which only require verbal or somatic components. Yes. So he says, he says to you, Robin, he says, you've got my wand. That's not very nice. I'm trying to come up with quibs on the fly. He'll probably say something like, he's like, and you guys beat the shit out of me. Presto, fuck you. And he will cast Firebolt at you, Robin, from up there. So, okay, that's a 23 to hit you.
That definitely hits.
All right. So he shoots the fire at you, and you will take 7 points of fire damage as he hits you. He's standing there kind of indecisively, like he has the bag in his one hand, and he's looking at that. And then he's looking down at Robin, who has his wand. And he doesn't look, he looks nervous, like that would be a loss for him to flee without. But it is now the end of his turn, so it's the top of the round. Starfire.
Okay, so he doesn't have his wand, but he just shot fire at Robin, right?
Yeah, he shot it out of his fingertips. He snapped a finger and it created a spark and shot out a beam of fire.
Okay. I mean I think the solution is simple at this point. We kick the butt. So I am going to I'm going to lie down and kick his butt with my foot on his butt.
Okay. So you fly at him and attack him. So go ahead and roll your attacks.
Let's see. That is a 17 to the first strike, and
Okay, so as you try to hit him, he will cast. Well, actually, let me see if he can cast this. Okay, so he can cast this. He casts Shield. So which brings his AC with his mage armor up to 20. So your first one glances off. He goes, ah!
So to be clear, I fly down and kick him in the butt, and it glances off his butt.
Yes. He says, he looks back at you and says, sorry, honey, I've got buttons of steel.
Oh my god.
And I have a foot of diamond. And I wind up for a second kick.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
We love Starfire.
He's great. 19 to the second one.
That will still not hit as his shield is still active and bumps his AC to 20.
All right. So both of my kicks glance off of his butt.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and I guess I just sort of drift back defeated, and I'm just like, I must ask this man about his exercise routine.
He says, the glutes are a very important muscle group. All right, so, Robin, it's your turn.
So he's 30 feet up.
Yeah.
That's not a spot that I can parkour up to, can I?
Parkour.
No. Well, the outside, the top of the shop, that's the limit of his range for Misty Step, but it'd probably be more like 20.
So I could parkour up?
I don't know. Do you have that thing where you can run up walls yet?
No.
So you do not.
I do.
Now I will remind you do have a grappling hook.
I do remember the grappling hook. So I was just making sure that I couldn't somehow climb up the wall.
Right.
Then I am going to grapple up to the roof.
Sweet. Yeah, so you shoot the grappling hook and you're up there. So that's your action for this turn, but you are now flanking him.
Yes.
All right, Raven, it's your turn.
Well, question. Does silence stop someone from casting spells if I cast silence?
It will absolutely fuck up the spell if they require verbal components. So,
and that's kind of what he's using at this point.
Yeah, that is like that is 50% of his reliance now, as he
doesn't have his wand.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna cast silence on him, and then I'm gonna try to also telekinesis his bag out of his hand again.
Okay, so I think
does not belong to you.
I think those would probably both be actions.
Oh, would they? Wait, hold on, let me check.
Telekinesis is an action, so
bad.
Yeah, they both. That's all right. They both cost an action. Yeah.
Okay, so I cast silence, and then let me look at something real quick.
You could move up there.
Yeah, though do keep in mind if you are within the cone or the sphere of silence as well.
Yeah,
that'll affect your
spells.
Yeah,
that's my thing. Yeah,
you need your voice.
Sorry, 1 second. Okay, well, I'm definitely gonna cast silence on him. I think. Are we attacking him? Is that what the group has decided?
It seems to be. I mean, Starfire
trying to incapacitate / attack / I mean, we're not trying to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll do the spiritual weapon thing. All
right.
I'm gonna try to aim at his hand to get him to let go of the bag.
All right. Yeah. Just go ahead and roll, and we'll see how fucked he gets. Yes, that'll hit him. So you, what kind of weapon do you summon with the spiritual weapon?
I just keep going with the katana. It's cool.
All right, cool katana.
Yeah.
You slash at him.
20.
20. He is actually still up, but he is
Okay.
not looking good at all. So you slash into him, you smack him with the weapon. He's like, ah. Well, you don't hear any of that.
I hear.
It's silent. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Beast Boy, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to turn into a... Let's do something different.
Like a burb.
Yay. I think I have a giant vulture. Maybe, yes. A giant vulture. That's fun. And I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go up and grab him by the shoulders with my vulture claws.
Okay. So
And,
are you trying to grapple
pick him
him?
up. Yeah, I'm trying to pick him up. Like
Alright.
grapple him.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a grapple check. So it's an athletics check.
Just don't take him out of the dome of silence.
He's in there. Strength, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you succeed because he rolled very bad.
Good. Vulture's
So
not the strongest.
yeah, you go up to him and you grab him as this big bird, and he's like yelling and screaming. It gets to his turn now, and he is yelling and swearing and probably telling crude jokes. The only one who can really tell what he's saying is Robin, because Robin took the feat where you can read people's lips. And it does not. Yeah, it does not bear repeating, honestly.
I like that.
I want to switch. I want to take a directing choice here and switch perspective to like a kid licking an ice cream cone across the street, just watching you guys like beat this man up, fly up to this pedestal, and then suddenly the scene becomes like ominously quiet as you just continue to like thrash the shit out of him, and a big bird flies up and like picks him up, and and yeah, the kid just like quietly slowly licks the cone.
Be careful, lies what you see.
We will we will go to Cyborg. Cyborg, do you deter from your path back to the tower at all, or do you actually go there?
I mean, I don't see any reason why I'd deter. I've already resolved to let them handle that situation, so yeah.
All right.
Go.
Yeah, you get to the tower. You go in. I mean, I know this is probably not exactly all synonymous time-wise, but I'm fudging things a little bit just for the cinematics of it. You get there.
Yeah, good.
You go. You get out your equipment. You go. You start the charging process, and yeah, nothing really happens.
Good.
Wait,
like
okay.
Charge? Is that good?
Yeah, you're good. I mean, it will take a few hours for you,
good.
but yeah. And then by which time, let's resolve what happens here. Okay.
I set a snare spell in front of me before I start charging, just in case.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so going back to the scene, Starfire, it's your turn. Well, actually, he would get a turn, but he can do almost nothing. I don't know if he has things that cost only somatic components.
The sigh.
Gosh, I'm gonna go through this list of spells.
Did we beat this episode?
We did it. We're the Teen Titans.
This is probably this is probably the fastest since the first episode.
Can
you beat them in the
accidentally
initial.
kill him again? like we did before? That would help.
No.
If we need some drama, I can kick him in the balls and he'll die.
Wow. This is, for everyone listening, this is the epitome of like just like DM's encounter getting totally fucked over. Hold on. Doesn't have that spell. Doesn't have that spell. Doesn't have that spell. Or that one. Nope. Nope. He doesn't have any of the somatic only spells.
Good.
So, yeah. Wow. It's kind of my fault. I should have had him counterspell like Raven to start, but he didn't, so it's too late.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just really curious, like, just if he can maintain that sort of, if he can maintain that tight grip on his butt cheeks. So I am going I'm going to kick again.
Okay. He's not going to be able to cast shield the second time.
He just wants to know.
I don't know if I don't know if I've concluded that it's magic. I think I just think his butt cheeks are really strong because that's what he told me.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I keep rolling this thing wrong.
Yeah, that will hit him.
Cool.
So, are you killing him rectally, or are you unconsciousing him rectally?
I think I want, if I get a choice, I'd like to unconscious him rectally.
All right. Yes, you may choose your manner of rectal penetration.
Unconscious him in the butt.
Well, yeah, because I think that what's happening is that I think that he has really strong butt cheeks, and I kick him really, really, really hard with super strength, enough to somehow knock him unconscious by kicking him in the butt.
Yeah.
Just radiates through his body to his head, and
there's no like, and I want to clarify, there's no like momentum or anything. Like, this man is bound and he is barely fighting back, and I just walk up behind him and like a kid, I just like front kick him like in the butt.
Yeah.
With no stance or anything.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, that's a D8, I think, right?
This poor guy.
This guy is a mage. I mean, he's not very high in HP to begin with.
Listen, I'm not metagaming, and that's a mixed blessing.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying for like the perspective of everyone.
Yeah, it's 17 damage.
Yep, you knock him unconscious as you kick him, and he opens his mouth and no sound comes out. But like, Robin, you would definitely, you don't need lip reading to know that it's probably the most horrible sound you'd ever imagine. And
he kind of grits his teeth a little bit, like, ooh.
Then falls limp in Beast Boy's grasp.
Raven just gives a small smile.
I sort of look on in horror and confusion at what just happened.
Robin kind of just gives Starfire a thumbs up.
Someone stabilize this man and tie him up and put tape on his mouth.
Yeah, well, he's stable. But unconscious. Yeah.
I have rope. I will rope him up and gag him.
Oh my.
Like assaulting this man. First the booty, tying him up.
This is what happens if you rob in the Teen Titans land.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You get tied up and gagged and
we just massacred Tom Kenny. Let's
go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the sound he secretly made was was like a SpongeBob. Yeah.
I'm just imagining that. I'm just imagining that lost sound clip of Tom Kenny doing the SpongeBob voice and swearing a lot.
Yes.
Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Thanks for listening to this episode so far, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Before we continue on with the episode, I just wanted to say once again that you can find us on our social media platforms. On our Facebook, we are Mind Theater Media, and on Twitter, we are Mind Theater Twitter, at Mind Theater Twitter, and theater, the old-timey spelling of theater, Theatre. I couldn't get the other one because someone had taken it already. Since I don't have any sponsors to shout out or big announcements at the time, I'd like to take this opportunity to just shout out another podcast. A new project by a group that has really inspired me. The group is Dead Set Media, and the new podcast that they are making is called RPG Stress Test. If you enjoy different kinds of tabletop RPG systems and you want to learn a little bit more about them, while also listening to a bunch of zany, ridiculous people try their best to break said system with their idiocy, you will definitely enjoy RPG Stress Test. Again, that's RPG Stress Test by Dead Set Media. If you like their work, please go support their Patreon. All right. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you have apprehended the criminal. What would you guys like to do?
I guess we go. Do we rendezvous with Cyborg at this point?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
what are you doing with Mumbo?
Wait until the
Authorities
police
come.
get there.
Yeah, they'll get there.
Someone was
They
supposed
show
to
up.
call them.
They show up. They see him. The guy like leans over to his sending stone on his shoulder and goes, "Can we get an ambulance?" And 10-4. And yeah, so eventually an
Listen.
ambulance shows up for him. A cleric hops out. A cleric paramedic hops out and says, "Jesus, kids. Okay, let's get him on the cart."
Listen, we can only do so much.
Sorry, it's the
You want us
way
not
that
to?
we knocked
You
him
don't
out.
want us to kill him, and then you complain that we rough him up. What are we supposed to do at this point?
Yeah. So
You keep thinking about the way that we technically knocked him out.
Yeah, she says they get him on the cart. They say they start like reading off stats. It's like male, moon elf, it appears, massive rectal damage. And then they close the door and they
He
drive
should not
away.
have bragged about the strength of his rear.
So yeah, and eventually you guys return to the tower.
What do we do with his wand?
Well, so probably customary would be to turn that over to the city as evidence, though if you said that you needed to study it for some reason or whatever, law enforcement would probably just take a note of it and let you hold on to it for a while.
I mean, Robin's always taking shit.
I'll leave it up to Robin.
Yeah,
He's the
guys.
leader.
Do you want to? Yeah, Robin, it's your call.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about it, and I'm just going to keep it with me.
Okay, so you just pocket it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you guys head to the tower, and Cyborg, you have to remain kind of in one spot with your charging port, but they get back, so you guys can see him. So this is sort of coincidentally something Ryan had asked about just before.
Ironically.
If you guys when we have a little bit more free open time in an episode and we're not as constrained by weak things such as the narrative beat of a typical episode, is there anything you guys would like to do based off of previous experiences? Any investigations you'd like to have, anything you'd like to build, or just any social interactions you'd like to engage in for the remainder of this episode?
I always forget what we do in other episodes, so
Well,
I guess I meditate.
yeah. All right.
I know Robin is probably going to go back to trying to learn as much as he can about Slade and our vampire friend.
Yes. All right. So those would definitely be separate roles. What manner of well, yeah, they'd be separate investigation roles. So which one would you like to investigate first?
Let's do Slade, because that seems like it's more on the forefront of my mind.
All right.
It's going to be D20 plus, and that's investigation?
Yep.
I don't get anything for that with my... No. That's next level. So that's going to be a 10 looking for Slade.
Slade has all the markers of what they would call in his industry a ghost. There are reports of similar characters involved in things all over the world. Assassinations, espionage, and but it's one of those things where either very little is known or a lot of it is tied up in highly classified information. So you don't really have the resources to get access to that. At
Definitely
this time.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is very frustrating to Robin at this point, especially.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Do I have to make a second roll for the vampire guy? Do we know his name, by the way?
Yes. His name was, or at least the name he gave was Central Intelligence Agent Joseph Logan.
Joseph Logan.
Agent Logan.
Yuck.
Now, you probably assume there might be more information on him if he is actually a registered government agent.
Yes.
That's a wonder.
I assume that's a little bit more.
Registered. Well, vampires.
That is a high roll. That's a 15.
Yeah, is that a high roll?
Hey, listen, it's higher than my first roll.
Yeah. For this kind of stuff, you're going to be wanting the nat 20s for these kind of rolls. So you guys find what you would expect is that you would find record of him. The weird thing is, the CIA is a pretty secretive organization, but their personnel should probably be an open subject, unless they're involved in some kind of foreign spy work, and then their their identities need to be concealed. But you find no record of this agent on their website or in any other documentation that you have access to. Now, probably what Robin would be led to then do is to look into the actions that he's taken. And that trail is a little bit more interesting. So, if you guys are wondering how he pulled the shenanigans with Blackfire, I think this role would be sufficient enough to tell you that. So, essentially, in the documentation that you ask for, or that you're able to access through a little bit of sleuthing and hacking, you basically find that there's some paperwork about an a foreign individual, and there's a report about the law enforcement, the foreign law enforcement that appeared to try to detain her, but there's the excuse given is that there's no current standing extradition treaty with a foreign entity known as Centauri. There's no and that entity, in order to make an arrest on U.S. soil, will have to fill out the proper paperwork and be approved for an extradition treaty. And that is a whole long bureaucratic process. So, like, there are some countries that people can flee to where the United States can't arrest them, or at least not. And so unless it's the prerogative of those countries to arrest that individual, they could live out their days in that country, and at least above the board, nothing could happen to them. Another thing you pick up on is that the individual in question, Blackfire, is in a pending request for you're very shocked to see it. It's an executive level clearance for like a deputization as a black ops agent, essentially.
That's odd.
Now, executive level. That means very likely the Oval Office.
Wait. Wait, so they're sending... Wait, so Blackfire is working as a secret agent for the president?
Approval on this basis would have to be approved from that level. Now, Robin, you've kind of heard of things where people around the presidential office can kind of get things done without necessarily a direct verbal or written consent, but this is at least from the White House.
Jeez. Okay. I definitely share this with the group.
Okay.
And retconning a little bit, I would have told them that the guy I fought on the mountain was Slade, just to make sure that's out in the open.
Yeah. Well, what do you all tell him that happened? I guess
On the mountain.
Yeah.
That old man wasn't really didn't seem like he was really an old man. He was strong. He took me out without even trying. His martial arts skills were even better than mine. and at the end I managed to get a strike off on him and broke his mask that he was wearing, and it was definitely Slade.
The one who killed the prison warden?
The same guy.
No way.
So we need to be careful. He's got some kind of plan going on. He's the one that talked, thunder and lightning into creating that monstrosity that you guys fought. So we gotta be careful and stick together.
Well, we're by your side, Robin.
And I'm by yours. And then it worries me a little bit. Blackfire's hasn't been extricated to her planet. It seems like she's getting some kind of clearance where even the president has to sign off on it. So our shady friend seems to be doing some work of his own.
I definitely look mostly worried when I hear that, but it's a passing expression that I try not to let dwell on my face.
So you mean to say she's working for that vampire?
I wouldn't be surprised. I don't have 100% proof of exactly that yet. I wasn't even able to find too much information on our vampire friend. So
that guy gives me the creeps.
Yeah.
He's very unpleasant.
Understandable.
He reminds me of my father.
Isn't your father a demon?
Never.
Do we know that yet?
Yeah, I don't think she's ever talked about that. It's like suddenly Raven.
Oh, you don't normally talk about your father, Raven.
Did they start asking about her father?
I get this mental image in my head, since I haven't thought about Raven's father before. I sort of picture this large black bird with human arms petting her head.
That's close enough, right?
That was a big vampiric bird.
yeah, it has vampire fangs now.
Nice. All right.
Just take a minute, think about how confusing the concept of metahumans must be to some alien races and stuff like that. Just oh, I'm surrounded by humans, but none of them are humans.
Wait, so is one of Beast Boy's parents an orc? I'm guessing they would. Wait.
Yeah. Sweet. Or you were magically turned into a half orc.
Yeah,
because of
I guess
weirdness.
It would either be magically by the.
I think in this world you just always were green, and then you got superpowers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess sort of maybe to take my mind off of all of that, I am going to return to my room and try to cook try to create some Tamaranian dishes.
Okay. What do you make?
Well, I'm primarily working with what I've got, which is mostly just earth ingredients. So a lot of it is fermented. A lot of fermented vegetables and liquids where I'm trying to create fungus, basically.
You're going to end up getting the Teen Titans drunk.
So it's an inexact science because I don't have my regular ingredients, and I lived in a castle, so I probably didn't really know much about cooking in the first place, but I'm trying the best I can to sort of create a little taste of home.
He's that generic anime girl who always just tries to cook but ends up making the nastiest meals, and the guy has to pretend to like it.
Yep.
I mean, that basically happens in the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my sort of inability to comprehend what we were eating today at the barbecue just sort of made me want to sort of get a little taste of home. So
Yeah.
do I have to roll anything for cooking or?
I don't think the issue is like that you're bad at cooking. I think the issue is more like you successfully make a Tamaranian dish, but it is just so repugnant probably to Earthling sensibilities.
Well, I haven't offered it to anyone yet, but is it good?
Yeah,
Does it taste like it's supposed to?
Yeah, I think you're proficient enough to make something that tastes like home, albeit with the weird Earth ingredients.
Okay, so the Flargon Gorbash dumplings are all fine.
Yes, indeed.
Starfire's like, these are amazing, and everyone's throwing up.
Yeah. I do. I guess I'll swing open the door of my room and be like, I've created Plargon Gorbash dumplings. If anybody wants to try them.
An ungodly stench wafts out of Starfire's room.
I know they're out of season, but they're still delicious.
What is that smell?
Does she have a kitchen in her room?
No, I think this doesn't involve a lot of actual like cooking. It's just like it's fungus and mold.
Oh, very good.
I'll try one, Starfire. Trying to keep the hesitation out of my voice.
All right.
You're eagerly watching to see if he dies.
Yeah. Do you eat it?
Does anybody have a
Gotta take a really deep breath and I'll put a little bit in my mouth.
The Gorbash dumpling usually is topped with moon fleas, but there was no way to acquire moon fleas here.
All right,
Raven leaves
Robin
and returns with a first aid kit.
It may be a little bit too sweet.
Robin, roll Constitution.
Oh gosh, I don't think I have very high Constitution. Okay, plus. So is this a? No, it doesn't matter. 6.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So, yeah, Robin's face turns like a weird bluish green.
So before anything, how long am I able to hold this in my stomach?
You.
Can he even swallow it?
So the unsettling thing is that it seems to bypass your gag reflex, and you just know that whatever this is chemically, it's going to be bad from the other end.
No. So I hold it down.
Probably just eaten like formaldehyde.
So what you're saying is I hold it down, but I'm going to regret it later.
Yeah.
I offer him something that looks like a glass of water to wash it down with.
Thank you, Starfire, and I take some of that to drink it.
The Zargian moon wine is non-alcoholic. Do not be afraid.
It's right after I take a big gulp of it.
It's very viscous.
Oh.
Does he have to roll again?
It's just
what is this?
It's like that thick water, or that, what is that called?
Yeah, it's like thick water. It's like yeah.
Thick water?
What is that
called? I'm learning new things every day.
I feel like thick. Wait, Markiplier drank it. What was it called?
Oh jeez.
Thick water.
Okay. Yeah, it's called thick water.
It's called thick water, dick water.
Yeah, so it's like thick water, but it's really like spicy and sour is how I'm envisioning it.
Oh,
Immediately start
What?
coughing.
with a lot of umami.
Oh gosh.
Raven
Immediately
just
start
creeps,
coughing.
Raven just creeps into the frame and passes Robin some Tums.
Sleight of hand to take the Tums. It's good. It's good, Starfire.
What
I'm-
is thick
I'm-
water?
I'm legitimately delighted that he's enjoying it, because obviously most humans don't have the sense of taste for to appreciate Tamaranian food. So I'm like I will come up with something else to cook you tomorrow.
Well, I'm on a really strict diet though, so I might have to wait a little while before I can fit into my diet. But it was great. Maybe Cyborg would like to try it out.
Yeah, what is Cyborg like doing this whole time?
I
charging,
thought
I
I was
thought.
still charging.
Yeah, you are charging. Yeah, but is there anything you'd like to do?
I'm thinking of more ways to hack the tower. I guess I'm kind of thinking, man, I could start being in the Big Brother program. Kids like that need guys like me. And if I have access to the internet, I'm like interneting Big Brother programs and things like that. Seeing
Is
what
this
it's all
while he's
about.
charging?
Yeah.
I don't really know what I'm fully capable of doing while I'm charging, but
Yeah,
if they
you
want
just kind of
really
have to
some
stay
food, I
put.
might be forced to at least smell it.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to taste it, or
Here, I open up Cyborg's mouth as he's charging.
Oh, that's it's really good.
your vitals, like your organic parts, their health readings start to spike really horribly. But your machine portion will probably like filter out any potential toxins.
I could not acquire Glorg sauce, so I simply used Thousand Island dressing.
Oh, that's the problem. Thousand Island dressing doesn't go well with my mechanical systems. Gosh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to have any more.
These boys like combined watching in terror and like stifling just laugh, just like
Yeah. All
Beast
right.
Boy, wouldn't
So,
you like to try some?
uh,
Starfire made it out of love.
she gave me so many Brussels sprouts, and I've still got a lot of those to eat.
Your sprouts will go fantastic with with this very delicious beverage. It also works as a dipping sauce.
I think on that note,
I'll
if
dip
there's
my
any
finger in and taste the dipping sauce.
I mean, it's the same viscous substance that I gave to Robin.
it's just thick water.
Yeah.
I hate it because I'm reading about it and it says the consistently is like aloe vera gel.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, there was a video of Markiplier trying it, and mostly he was just horrified the entire time.
Why?
Very good. Well, I think if there's anything else, like anything that anyone would like to do before we end the episode.
I think Beast Boy just keeps Cyborg company with some video games and comics and stuff while he's finishing up the last bits of his charging, and then that's about it. I think.
If I can talk, I just am going on about some of the new implements I have. Like, did you check out those new fish skills I have? It's a component I don't always have, but it's really cool.
Ooh.
You and me, we can go swimming together.
I learned how to talk to plants.
Plants? Hey, can you transform into plants now?
No, I can't transform into plants, but I can speak to them. Wait, that's awkward. I eat plants.
Wait. Can you talk?
Oh no.
Beast Boy, can you talk to animals?
If I use some magic.
So what you're saying is you can naturally speak to plants, but you don't eat plants.
Well, I can't naturally speak to
animals. Wait. You know what? Just keep doing your thing, Beast Boy. You're the best.
Yeah.
Cyborg, are you saying that if you could talk to animals, you still wouldn't eat a hamburger?
Oh, I think I would. I like the idea that I'd be able to call it by name as it's going down.
Why?
Wow. And on that existential note, I think we will close off with this final scene. In the hospital, in detainment, a man struggles. He is reaching his foot, straining, trying to reach his hat through his bonds. The hat tumbles off of the nearby table, and he mutters a curse. And Mumbo says, "I will get my wand back. You, the Titans, the Teen Titans, will regret the day they crossed Mumbo Jumbo." And then the scene shifts down below the earth. A Warforged works in his shop with his many robot companions, red eyes glowing in the dark. Working on a plan. I will fix Jump City. I must fix Jump City from their plague of organic nature.
Oh no.
Oh no. So
and that's where we'll end the episode.
So was I supposed to do something else to kick off that branch of the story?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's been a long time since I've seen that episode.
I don't remember how that happened, actually.
Well, it worked out well for us.
So essentially you guys pursued, and it would only have taken a round, really, for it to have gotten to this point. You pursue, in the original episode, they pursue Mumbo into a junkyard, and Cyborg decides that he is actually going to help. So he jury rigs a battery pack and then runs and to help the team. And then his battery pack gets wrecked during the fight, and he falls through a trash compactor of a garbage truck through the rusted out bottom of a dumpster down into the sewers, and he's carried away. But Robin fails a perception check to see this and thinks that he's in the truck still, and that Mumbo then drives away. So they chase Mumbo into the city, and they pursue him for a while. But actually, Cyborg falls into the depths to the lair of Fix-It, who fixes him, but also wants to really fix him, get rid of the organic parts.
Well, whoopsies.
Yep. That
was an easy missed set of circumstances.
Yeah. I knew that there was actually a very high probability that you guys would just bypass that story, that part of the episode, that whole half of the episode entirely, if you didn't fall into a certain rhythm of circumstances. So, you didn't. So Fix-It is just, he's a kind of chill guy, but he's deluded into feeling that organics are inferior and that everyone should be a robot.
I guess we now have to think what we're gonna have. Well, I guess the question is, what is he gonna do now that didn't happen?
Yeah.
Now that we
Yeah.
changed the timeline again.
Robot invasion incoming. Matrix up in here.
I think
Yeah.
I'm 5 says Robo Slade.
Oh
Robo
no.
Slade.
What?
Robo Slade.
Well, yeah, we'll see if we can get to Robo Slade by the end of this damn podcast.
So are you? So is this episode? What are you going to even call this episode now? The Titans have a nice barbecue.
Yeah, I know.
Barbecue, stop Mumbo, and have a great day.
We could probably call it.
Imaginary boobs or something.
Yeah, we could call it Phantom Boobs.
Phantom Boob Syndrome.
Phantom boob syndrome.
I probably won't do that. I'll be thinking about it. I have a long time to edit this episode, though. So, hey, hello everybody. What question are we doing today? Is it
Do you have ADHD and why?
do you have ADHD and why?
Oh my gosh.
Question.
When was the
Why
last
is a good
time
one.
Which Teen Titans is the most mentally ill and why?
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Oh boy, I can.
What mental
Listen,
illness do
I
they
will
each
start an
represent?
argument.
Yeah, I'm not gonna brag. I could probably talk for like 2 hours about my interpretation of Starfire's inner struggles.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We'll
I
do
talked
that
about
at
all
the
of them,
end.
honestly.
Raven
At
is
the
defined
end-
by
at the
her
end of
mental
the
illnesses,
season.
though.
Like, we all know Robin has perfectionism.
We'll
Okay.
all the
100%.
viewers will determine who is the most mentally unstable by the way we play.
As of
Yep,
last
yep.
episode, maybe, probably Robin.
I would like to say if we're doing that and if it's a contest, I would like to say I'm in the lead right now.
You think?
I mean, yeah, to be
You
fair,
have the
like,
most
you killed
angst so
somebody,
far.
and then, like,
and
we're feeling bad about it for weeks, and then hurt Beast Boy, and then felt bad about it for, like, a day, and then
A series of
went into space.
Yeah. So okay. So what question do we want to do, guys? Is it this week? Is it when was the first time you felt like a woman?